Well, it's a great day for SIU basketball and the future of our program. I'm so excited to welcome Dalton Banks and Eric Butler to our family. It's been a long process here, obviously, with the spring and the guys we brought in this spring and summer. And now to add guys for the future of the program is exciting for us. Obviously, signing high school guards was extremely important. Losing Eric McGill and Aaron Cook and even Ronnie Suggs. So to bring in those two guys, it means a lot to our program. They have great families and they check all of our boxes. We're extremely picky about the type of guys we recruit because we understand how important the locker room is to our current players right now. And Dalton and Eric, credit to their parents, they're unbelievable people, and they love basketball. And what I'm most excited about those two guys is they want to be here. They want to be Salukis, and that means a lot to me. Dalton Banks, he's a point guard, combo guard. He can do so many different things offensively. He's already the leading scorer in the school's history. He's been a winner his whole life, and he has a chip on his shoulder, and he has something to prove. And then Eric, he went to the state championship last year with Orlando Christian Prep. He does so many different things. He can be a really versatile guard for our system. And both those guys can all pass, shoot, and dribble. They can play different positions. But the thing that sticks out about both of them is their competitiveness and their willingness to want to win and their willingness to want to learn. So I'm just excited about the future of the program. I'm so excited, for those guys to join us. And, I can't wait for them to get down here next summer.
Questions about the recruits? What did those two do to show your competitiveness when you watched them play?
Well, they both come from great high school programs, first of all. I mean, they've both been coached, Orlando Christian Prep. Obviously, Eric went to the state championship last year. Dalton at Clare North plays for a great high school coach. AAU programs, they both play for great AAU programs, really well respected. And, you can tell when the kids, they do so much unrequired work. They're always in the gym. Every time I talk to them, they're coming from the gym, at night, in the mornings. And they really love basketball, and they want to be good at it. They're both willing to be coached and willing to learn. And I think they want to be part of something special, and that means a lot to me.
Some people have described Banks as possibly a true point guard. Is it hard to find a true point guard? Someone maybe doesn't want to shoot it 15 times or wants to set up his teammates more than shoot?
Well, I think definitely more. It seems like guards are becoming scoring guards. But I think Dalton and Eric, they both have great feels for the game, and they both share the ball. They're unselfish players, and that's exciting because I think the way we want to play with the ball movement, with the assist, and all five guys have an opportunity to be a threat on the court at the same time. Those guys check those boxes for us. No, I just think Dalton and Eric, I think they believe in themselves. They believe in themselves, and I think they believe in what they're capable of doing, and they both want to play in the NCAA tournament. They want to be a part of this program's tradition and history and make some of their own. So, I think they come in here with a chip, and you can just tell by the way they work too, and the way they talk about the game, and the way they talk about how they want to leave their senior year in high school as well.
Can you talk about the process of when were you first made aware of these two?
Dalton was a little bit earlier than Eric. Dalton was in the springtime when we got here. Pat Monahan, one of my assistants, was recruiting Dalton. I had a good relationship with the family. We had him up on campus early summer, and then kind of continued throughout the summer with him. And just getting to know him and his family. I mean, amazing people, completely supportive parents, and getting to know Dalton and seeing what he was about. It was probably altogether, his process was about 4 months maybe, and knew about Eric in the summer as well, more so in July, and then the last couple months getting to go there to his high school numerous times once the fall recruiting period opened up, and then having his parents and his brother up here on an official visit, having them over, getting to spend 48 hours with them, and really getting to know them, and he's lucky because of his parents as well, and like I said, they both fit what we're about and what we want to be about in the future.
8 guys, sophomores or below. Will
Yeah.
you be looking at transfers of some sort for the other 2 scholarships?
Yeah, we'll be looking at whoever's best available in the spring. I I think the springtime's a good time to add a piece or two that can really improve your roster, improve your program. So it could be a junior college kid, it could be a high school available kid, or it could be a transfer from a Division I school or Division II.
Bigger men and
Yeah, we need to.
guards.
Yeah. No, we definitely will sign a couple big guys in the springtime for sure.
With you guys still being new, what were some of the challenges of putting together a class fairly quickly?
Yeah, well, we spent a lot of time on the 2019 class. With the scholarships we had when we inherited, this opportunity. We had to sign a lot of guys in the spring and the summer, so we didn't get as many evaluation opportunities in terms of this 2020 class. And obviously, being able to have Dalton come up here in the summer and spend time with him, being able to see Eric in July and then go out to his high school in the fall, it was really beneficial for us. So I think that was the only, not a problem, but just in terms of the amount of time we spent with the 2019 class and how many scholarships we had available, taking over the program, with the 2020 class, and we're lucky to be able to have these two guys of this caliber to be able, to join our program.
Let's get into our games against San Francisco and Murray. Can we start us out in the state?
Okay. I'm really only going to talk about San Francisco because, that's obviously what's next in front of us. It's a huge game. They're an extremely well-coached program. They were great last year. They returned 10 guys from last year's 21-win team. They're 3-0 obviously right now. I think they're averaging almost 90 points a game. They do a great job with their spacing, their ball movement. They play the right way. So it's a huge challenge for us. It's a great test. I can't wait to see the Banterra Center Saturday night. I hope it's packed. I hope the students come out. I know it's Charles Hellaney, classic, and what he did for this university, for this athletic department is remarkable. And we have the Banterra Center ribbon cutting, which is going to be great, and along with, I think, concerts and T-shirts for the students. So Saturday is going to be a great event with the women's basketball game before us. It really for the whole community. I'm just excited to get out there. Our guys are itching to get back on the court. Coming back from last weekend, losing the last game against Oakland. The thing you want as a player is to be able to have an opportunity to play right away again. And we'll have a couple good days of practices. We're trying to get healthy, and then we'll be ready to go Saturday night.
What do those two losses you just took teach you about your team?
I think we competed in the games. The Delaware game, not playing as well as we needed to play in the first half, and the guys came out with the right mindset. We held them to 22 points in the second half, and I think we learned, what we need to do to close games. And when you have 10 new guys, you're learning, which guys are good in different positions, and the guys are learning how to play together in the close game situations. And then Oakland, Oakland was a third game on 3 days. Obviously, we were a little bit limited with Eric McGill being hurt. But it taught us, the type of energy and the effort that we have to play, no matter who we play. Oakland was very big, very physical, and they beat us up a little bit inside, and we got to have a bigger presence. And it's not about the heights or the weights, it's about our attitude. And, in terms of Saturday, San Francisco has a big 7-footer. They're very good, so we got to be ready to go.
On the other hand, there are two high rebounders in the last game were the guards.
Yeah.
One had 11, one had 10.
Yeah.
That's just effort. Isn't it upon the players to correct the rebounding problem if there is one? You guys told them what to do. They just got to do it.
Yeah, rebounding and transition defense is about effort and energy, and our guys got to be able to, hit someone before they release for the ball and then go get it. And, their guards, like you said, San Francisco, they crash the boards. They send 4 to the boards, and rebounding is going to be a focus of ours every single game. So, we have to address it. And, I think if we can guard for 25 seconds, 30 seconds, then we got to be able to come up with that rebound, and that helps our offense as well because we can start our transition.
Sending 4 to the board, though, that means you can get some transition points against them.
We hope, yeah. We got to rebound. We got to block out, and we got to take care of the ball in transition offense. I think over the weekend too, we got to do a better job executing in transition offense.
What have you learned about your big so far, your inside players?
Well, I think Barrett played well for the most part over the weekend. I think he scored the ball pretty well with his back to the basket, made a couple threes. Really positive things. He's got to continue to do a better job rebounding for us. You know, and then I think Gooch is a weapon because he can step out and make some shots. You know, he's got to do a better job defensively, being more active and helping us rebound as well. And Stephon saw limited time, and we're going to need him. You know, we're going to need him throughout the season. He's a big body. He works extremely hard in practice. You know, he missed 8 weeks in the summer in terms of the rest of these guys, so he's still catching up, but he's doing a good job in practice for us right now.
Can you talk about, I guess you moved one chair over, one chair up. What's different? What's the same?
Different is I'm drawing up the plays in the timeouts and the huddles, and I'm standing the whole game and, you know, talking to the refs a little bit more than I used to be. So, you know, the same is the preparation for the games, preparation for practices, you know, trying to get the guys, the motivation part of it, all the stuff that I was doing before. That stuff is the same. You know, it's just making sure during the game everyone's on the same page, all the staff, the players, and that we're executing what we need to be executing during the game.
You posted Marcus up a couple times. Do you like that position for him, or is that something that it just depends on the matchup? Because he's a bigger kid. Yeah,
I mean, he's a versatile player, so I think, you know, depending on the matchup, and he's got a good feel. So, you know, he posted up some in high school, and he knows how to play with his back to the basket, so I think it's a good option for us if the matchup works.
What do you look at for Harwood, Bryan? Is he taking the shots you expected him to take, or why do you think he struggled shooting the ball this year?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of our hardest workers. You guys come in throughout the day, you'll see him here every single day by himself. And he's taking good shots. He hasn't taken crazy threes, step-back threes, off-the-dribble threes. He's pretty much taken all catch-and-shoot threes. And, you know, he shot 40% in junior college last year from 3. So we believe in him. You know, it's his first couple games in Division I. You know, he's going to be able to make shots for us. He's doing a good job off the ball guarding. We need him to help us rebound a little bit more. But in terms of his shot selection, it's been pretty good.
Have Eric or Ronnie been able to practice since you got back from Florida?
No, we did a light practice yesterday. We'll obviously go this afternoon. They'll probably be limited, and then they're day by day, and we'll see how they feel by tomorrow, Friday.
I mean, what do you think is holding back Carrington? Is he in shape, or how is he doing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think what's holding back is just the, you know, 14, 15 months that he missed the basketball, and still, you know, kind of getting accustomed to the 5-on-5, the contact, the game speed, the conditioning, you know, and mentally, you know, getting used to playing at that type of level and that type of competitiveness again. So, you know, he's getting better every single day. I mean, I think I said it last week, but where he's at now to where he was a couple weeks ago, I mean, he's a completely different player. He had a good workout yesterday, and, you know, I'm looking forward to coaching him today in practice.
And has Sekou been cleared to practice today?
He is cleared on a limited basis. So hopefully, you know, it's kind of with the stress fracture things, as long as nothing comes up or he doesn't have any bad reactions to it, you know, hopefully he'll continue to progress and be cleared for games soon.
But you don't think this weekend?
I'm not sure, you know, I don't know, but possibility, but I think it might be too soon maybe.
Their guards 1 and 14. What do they do to get them open?
They play fast, first of all. They play fast. You know, Bure.
Jamari's his first
Yeah, Jamari. And he's lightning quick in transition. He attacks ball screens. He goes downhill, and he's shooting the ball really well this year for him. And then Midland, I mean, was second team all-conference last year. He's a first team preseason all-conference this year. He's an aggressive driver. He can come off ball screens, make shots. He can catch and shoot threes. He's a very good player, very good player.
When you've watched them, do they play all man, or have they played any zone at all this year?
They've played all man so far in the 3 games. Yeah, all man. They'll switch up some presses and different things like that, but they played all man.
Their staff spent some time at Columbia, and they played some Ivy League teams. How much they resemble an Ivy League team?
I think the ball movement, some of the execution stuff, they're very well coached, and Todd does a great job. And you know, so I think some of that translates a little bit. I know they're big into shot selection and analytics and different things like that. But you know, they were really good last year. Obviously, St. Mary's and Gonzaga were the only teams above them, and this year returning 10 players from last year's roster. You know, they're going to have a great season this year.
So would you hope to play Valley Midwest ball and have it end up 60 to 59? You're talking about 90 points.
Yeah, yeah. We don't want them to score 90 points. So we're going to play, Saluki ball. We're going to play defense. We're going to guard. We're going to take advantage of transition offense and try to execute in the half court. Yeah. I mean, they play hard though. I mean, they play defense. They guard. So it's going to be a really good game Saturday night.
When Carrington comes back, where do you see him fitting into the team?
Well, he's a versatile player. He's another guy that can kind of play those, 2 through 4 position for us. He can come off ball screens. He can make threes. He can post up a little bit. And he's a good defender. He's got a great body. And I think with the rebounding issues as well a little bit, he can come in and get some rebounds for us, which will be great. And, Carrington's one of our other, he's in the gym all the time. So I know he's, waiting, and can't wait to get back on the court.
When will you know that he's ready? Same with Sekou. If they're medically cleared,
Yeah.
when does Bryan Mullins know that?
I think once they go through a couple practices full live with no, limited basis, no nothing that prevents them from stopping or taking a drill off, because I think with him and Sekou now, according to Riley, our trainer, it's kind of, let's see how this week goes, see how these next couple, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday go, and see where we're at by the end of the week.
Are they chopping a bit?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's the trainers making the call on Davis as far as how much contact he can get, et cetera, not doctor.
Medically, Carrington is physically he's able to practice right now. It's just how his body responds to the practices and the physicality and the drills, and so that's why his is just kind of, see how today's practice goes, see how he feels in the morning. If he feels okay, then he can practice Thursday, full practice. If again with Carrington's health history, we don't want to jeopardize this week for the next 3 years.
Same way with Suggs, as far as the trainer says when he can go, or Suggs say when he can go.
I think it's Suggs, trainer, and doctors. And they're all on the same page together. And yeah, Ronnie's going to do a little bit, I think, and just kind of see how he feels. But he hasn't done much in 10 days now. So.
Coach, years ago, the recruiting process involved getting faxes or something or other. I don't know how it works now, and if you were on the phone last night, last minute this, last minute that, during that, did you have time to take a peek at the Purple Aces effort last night?
Oh, that's great for the league. I mean, Coach McCarty's done an unbelievable job there, and it's awesome for the Valley. I mean, I saw some stat that the Valley's 4-3 against #1 seeds, and I mean, our league, it doesn't surprise me. Our league is very good, and teams do very well against the so-called BCS teams because everyone in our league plays hard. They play the right way. They're extremely well coached, and it just shows you, the preseason rankings don't mean much, and if you don't show up ready to play, anything can happen. And obviously the Valley season is in the future, but it's going to be a grind once the Valley season gets here.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.